Hey guys, it is Fasty. Today we are going to be trying out some hexadecimal stuff since we weren't so in depth last time we did this. Yes, I'm wearing a Hydra costume for today. So I guess we'll get right into it. I had some problems getting into the world, so it's not like my usual intro for the FMR series, but anyways, just to explain what all this is, I made this little data latch here for ROM in this 4-bit computer I was making. I didn't really need to use it. I also made that build because I'm celebrating the ending of the I don't know, but yeah, that was a build I made. And then, yeah, that's all I really have here. So I guess we'll start by making the base of the ALU. We're gonna start with the ALU, of course. So just like the base of the ALU here. And I'll try to make it as small as I can, but I'm not really very good at this, so I'm not so sure. If we start, hold on. If I just keep doing this real quick. Opposite of 0. Let's see, not 0. That is no choose complement of 0, because when you invert it and add 1, it just goes back to 0, but not 0, it is 1. Anyways, if we have, I guess the first thing in the ALU should be the adder. So if I put a adder right here, a basic no carry adder right here, like that, and I could generate a carry, but I don't know what to do with this since F plus like 1 isn't FF, so I can't do that. So this is the adding part, and then I don't remember how they would take the inversion of it. Yeah, there's no way I'm doing that. I mean, I don't know if I should do that. Let's see. Yeah, I can't really. Yeah, I can't take the inversion out of there. I don't know how they do it, so I'll just do it the normal way, where I'll have a bunch of different parts of the ALU in this video. So right after addition, obviously, that comes subtraction, so we'll have something like this. And then something I need to remember is that I'll have the output be subtracted by a torch when you activate the thing. You'll see in a second. So if I put 2 comparators here on subtract mode with a NOT gate like that, just a normal NOT gate, you don't need a hex one. I don't think you can use a hex one actually, and actually I don't need to do that either. And then right here, this is the like that. And then something you need to remember is that signal strength is going to degrade over time, so you gotta do something like that. And then here we can do the same, so redstone block, redstone dust, block, comparator, block, redstone dust. And a lot of this stuff is done by CT5K. He's like the only YouTuber, logical redstone YouTuber that uses hexadecimal, other than like Yellow Bunny. But of course there's other people than CT5K, but not like big YouTubers. He's got like 1,000 subscribers, right? This is addition, this is subtraction, where you can put the input here and input there, which I showed in my first episode. And then we'll do not A, not B, an AND, I believe. Not A, not B, and AND sounds good. So this is the subtraction. And then we'll put a target there. So that's a subtraction. And actually you can't subtract by the side of a block, so I'm gonna change that. And then so these are going to be the two inputs, this subtractor, and then these are the two inputs of this adder. And actually I can compact this a little bit like that, or like that, and then that is the subtractor, so they look the same, hopefully. And then so these are on the same level. I want them to be on the same level. And then we'll have not A, which works like this, and then this has to get eventually it has to get canceled out by a comparator on subtract mode. So I'll put this onto a glass tower as the right enable line for that. So you basically have to activate this right here to enable that, and everything will be automatic eventually. This is just placeholder. I guess we'll skip not B this time because you can just put it into A. There isn't really much reason that you need to have it specifically be not B, but there is some reason. And then finally you have the hardest one to probably figure out, and way AND works is that in redstone there is no such thing as an AND gate or a transistor. So what you have to do is do this, and what it's doing is it's saying when both of these torches are powered, it turns off the redstone dust, and when the dust is off, it lets this turn on. And the same thing happens with comparators. When I tried XOR, it didn't work, but I'm sure there's reason to that. But this works. If you have these on subtract mode and then you have it like this, this will be this input and this input. Like that. So this is AND finally. So that's the final operation. And then like this and something like this, and then we put and like that. Okay, so now we have right enables for each one of them. This one's still somehow powered. Wait, no, it's not. Oh, I see the problem. Okay. This happened before when I made my first one. These need to be repeaters going into the subtract port. It can't be just like a lone signal strength, because then it's gonna be too weak to subtract like 15 or anything else for that matter. It's gonna leave like 1. Something I featured in my first one is that there was no like it would add all of the outputs together. So if you chose the operation, if you chose both A and B, for example, and like add was A and subtract was B, you'd get the addition of those two outputs. So that was not really good, but but it was cool because it was better than just slapping them all together into like an OR gate or something. Hi, Sadie. So this is basically the heart. This is the calculator. However, what we need to introduce is the A and B inputs. So I'll just make a register for the A and B inputs, like this. So this goes into here, this goes into here, and that's a register, and then we can put this here as basically the reset that lets you write to it. And then another register for A, and I'm gonna have them be symmetrical, or basically like this, and then you could write enable both separately. Reset them both separately. There isn't really like a 0. So what I did for my first design, where you could just input the number, no like resetting required, I would have it so that first it would reset it, and then a few ticks later it would set it to the new number, like this. Then finally I'm going to introduce the input system. So this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And then same here, like this. Move this signal over here. Move this signal over here. And then just add a bunch of levers. Okay, so we're adding more and more here, and then like this, just copying a bunch of torches. So this is basically the computer itself. This is the calculator. So now that I think about it, it needs to be something like this, because otherwise. So if I subtract both here, now this is the calculator. This is the input, and this is the calculator. The final thing you need to add is opcodes. So if you have like 15 for this, 13 for this, if you use a red coder, 15 for that, then you need a red coder to tell what signal strength it is for which operation. And something I forgot here was to bring these up a little bit. And then the easiest way to add 1 to something is to do it like this, at least from what I know. You have to take it for a little ride here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15? Or is that going to be 0? No, yeah, that's 1. So it's that plus 1, this plus 1. Forgot the subtract mode here. And this goes into, yeah, it's getting a little bit complicated, but let's forget this whole addition thing, because it's like the most complicated thing, and it doesn't have to be like this. So if we take these and then we put it in like, see, the problem with that, oh, I know, I got it. Something like that, where the comparators go into there. This is basically A, and this is B. So those dots represent our A and B inputs. So then we can take A for over here, like this, and then That should be good, and then we can take our B input and we can take it for a ride here. Nothing to do. Oh, that's strange. So this is A, but if I put a block here, is this gonna work? What if I do that? I think that might work. I think they'll stay away from each other. And then, so that's addition. Then if I take, A here, man, this is so crazy. I think I'm gonna do it on the other side. If I take A and I make a vertical tower here, this is how you make a vertical tower, by the way. Like this. And then we can just kind of bring it over to A here. So we need a little glass tower here. Or I don't know how I'm gonna do this. This is not gonna be easy. So now we can do just a type 3. Just along here, type 3 wire. Then we can drop down like this. Hopefully this works. And then subtraction is gonna go down there instead of right here to save space. Then this dust has no way of doing anything, so it needs to go into a computer like this, and then it has to go down like this. Then it has to be powering. Does that work? Is that powered? Let me check. If I put a torch here, does that power? Oh, it doesn't even. That does power the comparator. Okay. So that means that we just need to take this output from the dust and then into there like that. That is pretty cool. And this isn't meant to be followed by a tutorial block by block. This is just to give an idea of how it works. You don't have to like go block by block. This is just like every single thing you gotta put in there. Nothing has to be exact in this build. It's funny how this is on a computer. Minecraft is on a computer and we're making computers inside of it. And then some crazy people, I forgot their name, made this. Made a computer that can run Minecraft. So if they added redstone to Minecraft, then you could make a computer inside of a computer inside of a computer. So I'm just going to finish up these inputs so we can see that this here is A, so then we need B for subtraction. This is B. Welcome, B. I'm going to make a pro gamer move like that. Yeah. So we're going straight over to the not A, and then we just have and. So then we can take this even further. Like this. And then do the same thing we did before where we just do this programmer strat. Bam. 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 Okay, now we just need A for and. That's all we need, A for and. So we know that this is A. So if we just take A like this, and then I'm going to add target blocks just to be safe. If we take and here, A here, and we take it out, and we can just have it be like that, and then like this. So let's figure out this. So we need, so this by itself can bring a piece of redstone down. Then we need a comparator bringing that signal down. And then finally they need to meet at and. So they just gotta meet at and. They gotta meet at and. They gotta meet at and. There. So this is the finished ALU. This is the entire calculator. Probably in the next episode, I might, if I'm gonna do hexadecimal again, I'll probably do something else though. This will be added with a control unit to make a CPU. Also might add some memory, but I don't really know why we would need that. We already have A and B, but maybe we can go like, imagine this is instructions. We can do send to register 10 with of a 5, and then send to register no registers 3 or something like that, and then we can have an entire computer that can run programs. This thing is going to, it can't right now. It will be able to run programs, but here's the problem I find, in that you can't add numbers properly. You can't subtract numbers properly. What you can do, of course, is add numbers that don't add up to 15 and subtract numbers that don't go lower than 0, but negative numbers and numbers over 15 are impossible to do with this, so you have to generate some sort of carry system, which I tried doing, but the one problem is that the ones place is also F, and you can't just subtract F from it, because if you do that, nothing can come through, because this is so weird. So the only other thing I can think of is setting up a different thing for every single possible addition, which I wouldn't want to do. But that is all for this episode of FMR. And I will see you guys in the next episode. But that's all for today. Bye.